Hello everyone. Let's talk about a problem that two of my users encountered, and both of them are related to the same thing, and how to solve that before we go on and talk about new updates. Now, our very first user was talking about seeing zeros in some columns and getting positions opened without any take profit being set. Now this user had moved from the demo account to a real account just that day, the same day that he encountered the same issue. Okay, so he said that everything was okay in the demo account, and then when I moved toward the real account with the real money, then this is happening. Not only I get positions opened without take profits being set, but also many of the columns are zeros. Now, the thing that happens is that when MetaTrader opens a new account on a new server, it doesn't have any history related to the markets in that server, meaning that the history of the market is absolutely non-existent. So when the application is trying to read, for example, 5-minute ATR or 14 periods, it doesn't have even 14 candlesticks to read the ATR value, so it's returning 0. Same goes for 15 minutes. Now, the problem was that zeros were our take profits here. So the bot was opening the positions, reading the value, and then putting the take profits as the values. Here values were 0, all 0. So long story short, this person didn't have enough history in the charts on the new server. So this was the first person, lack of history. Now the other person had another interesting problem, and that was he would drop the expert advisor on top of the chart. He would get some of the values, and then it would stop. Hitting the auto button wouldn't turn the bot on, and when he would look at the journal, at the expert in the terminal, he would see that on init reason 8, not initialized the bot, and an error saying that 0 divide in line blah blah blah. Now here's the funny part. I see the code in this line. I'm precisely asking if the value is not 0, then do the division. So I still don't know why it's showing it, but I know the reason. Again, the reason is lack of history, but this time especially on the chart that the guy is dropping the expert advisor on, and at the same time one of these charts when it's trying to read the values. So it's two-folded this time. Okay, he needs to do it on two different charts. One, the one that the dashboard is sitting on, and the next one is actually the chart that is trying to read the values from. Here I think it was GBP CHF because it didn't update, or actually maybe lower, I don't know. But long story short, in both cases, even if you see that 9028 or another number, 0 divide error, or if you are getting 0 values on your ATR take profits, meaning that you don't have enough history. Now, how to fix that non-existing history? Well, you need to come back to your application. The very first thing you should do, turn off the auto, because there is no enough history so that the bot would work. Then, if you ask me, close the chart completely, and the next chart, and any chart you have, except this one that I won't close this one, simply because it's feeding back to my FX book. Now, in our Telegram channel that we talked in the previous video, we had sent two different files for loading histories. I recommend the second one. The first one is a script that sits inside your scripts, and let me show it to you. So it's inside the scripts, and that is called load all history. Now this works only on the current open chart, and you need to open chart after chart and run the script on that. But the other tool that we sent in the zip file for you is an AutoHotkey script. You don't need to have AutoHotkey, by the way. Just launch the exe file, and you see that I'm checkmarking everything. Well, for the sake of these videos, I will choose up to 15 minutes, only M1, M5, and 15. Remove the symbol suffix. By the way, the default values are 28 pairs, sorry. That's all we need to. And in reality, you need to actually checkmark all of these. But just for the sake of sanity in this video, I will go with M1, M5, and M15. When I hit OK, it gives me a warning. Go to MT4, open a blank chart, then press Ctrl J. Okay, let's open a blank chart, and of course, no indicators at all, because I need it to be blank. And I will remove all the objects. Bam. So this is a blank chart. I'm clicking inside MT4. Now I hit Ctrl J. From this moment forward, I can't touch mouse, and I can't touch keyboard. You may notice that it's automatically moving from one chart to the other chart. Well, I can move the mouse around, but I can't click it. So see, it's Aussie dollar JPY, and then M1, M5, and now M15. I'm not clicking there. See, it goes for the next one, M1, M5, M15. Okay? Basically, it's a macro that was being recorded and now is being used. Basically, what the guy had done is just, capturing the mouse movement and keyboard short keys being hit, and now he is simulating it backward. So it looks like he's, hitting home and switching the markets, etc., etc., etc. Okay? So this is a faster way, if you ask me, especially if you don't have any histories on any of the 28 pairs, then you can simply launch the script, let it do its job, take a coffee or a tea, and leave the computer for at least half an hour. Half an hour later, you have all the histories for 28 pairs. Now, the only last remaining, in my case, would be SPX 500, because I'm dropping my dashboard on SPX 500, and it was not included in the AutoHotkey process. So I will open it manually at the end, and going to 1 hour chart, then hitting the home key on the keyboard something like 7 or 8 times, and that would be enough history so that when I drop the dashboard on top of that chart, I won't see any problems there. Now, as you see, just 3 time frames are really fast. It's just 8 to 10 minutes, but of course, if you want the full history, then it will take time. And the default values in the application is more than enough for our bot to work. So you don't need to load extra history beyond what is the default values. And note that application was not developed by me. It was developed by someone else. I just found it in forums. And I'm just aimlessly talking now until this guy gets finished. 25th, 26th. Now USD CHF. And finally USD JPY. And yes, it's about 8 minutes for these 3 time frames. And when it's done, it says click OK to end, and you're done, basically. So now the exe file is closed by itself. You don't need to kill any application there. So last, as I said, I need the chart that I'm gonna use my dashboard on. Okay. I will uncheck this scroll on the time frame that I aim. Doesn't matter what time frame it is. Just hitting the home value a few times so that some history is being loaded. And then hit the scroll, get to the end. That's it. You're done. And finally, from your market, you can run the bot. Just make sure that long and short is checked, enabled, and allow auto trading, and auto trading is on. With these 2 check marks being hit OK. Your bot is there. But of course, again, if you look at our Telegram channel, I gave out 2 different stuff. This one is in forums, and of course this one is IceFX profit info. IceFX profit info. You can find it in market, and it's free. So I just made a template for myself, dashboard, just to see those 2. Okay, and the rest is there. The rest is default. And that would be it. Now you can safely turn on the auto and get done with it. And holy crap, we are going really down today. Market is really working against us today. Okay, so in the next video, we will start talking about updates that you will see when you update to version 3. But before that, if you started using previous versions of the bot and you're upgrading to version 3, you need to hit this hour clock icon that resets your settings, because we had added an intensive system and these 6 buttons on top that is serialized on the hard drive. So you need to hit the reset so that they get properly reset. Beyond that, everything should work just by hitting the reset. And in the next video, we will start talking about updates, what happened between version 1, when I recorded the previous tutorials, and version 3, today that we are looking at the interface and what's happening behind the scenes. So have fun. Bye-bye.